Okay, so today we're going to look at 3 guard pass drills. Not really a lot of technique to them, and they'll have some different variations, but it's one that we start with the beginner level just to kind of get your emotions right as far as what guys will do and kind of what you need to be doing to get around the guard. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is gorilla hops, and my partner will start on his back, knees up, not too wide, not too close, and he really, sometimes people will relax and have their knees. I really need him to be strong and keep his knees kind of up in a line. My hand by his feet go on the outside of the opposite knee. My hand by his body goes down between his legs. Now the drill is called gorilla hops. So this doesn't look much like a gorilla. This doesn't look much like a gorilla, right? So I want to make sure I keep my chest big. I drop my butt. And now I'm in a good position. My hips are almost under my head. The weight is on my hands, and I'm going to hop around his guard. As I hop, I want to make sure that my back foot gets past his foot and my lead foot gets past his hip, even so I could check his hip for the knee. Okay, so going back the other way, my hand by his feet, opposite knee, hand down. My butt is not in the air. Drop my butt, my head goes up. And I keep this posture the whole way around and keep my feet where they're at. Feet land, head up. So I want to make sure that when I post on this knee and I post on this hand, that I'm not dropping my head down and putting my butt up. That doesn't look too much like a gorilla. You're going to want to, if your mobility isn't quite where it should be, you're going to want to do things like this to make it up. But really what I want to do is I want to keep my knees in a line with my feet. And I want to work on doing everything proper. Even if I can only set my butt down this much, I need to start working towards the point where my head can come up, my chest can come up, and my hips are down. I hold that posture through the whole movement, and it allows me to rotate fast and to the right spot. So our next guard passing drill, again, real peripheral, not a lot of technique, just movement based. 2 hands on his knee, and I'm gonna start compressing him in. Now, most people are gonna give you a good response and they kind of push back. So I'm gonna put his feet to the ground. Okay, but sometimes in a beginner class, this is gonna happen when you start dumping their feet, they just kind of collapse. So I would just push the knees over and pass the guard. I don't really need much of a technique or movement to make that work, right? So my partner's gonna be a good partner, and he's not gonna let me crush him down. He kind of just pushes back, and all I do is put his feet right on the ground. A couple things to remember. Anytime I enter a guard, I don't wanna be lazy and enter a guard with my feet square. So I wanna make sure that I'm doing things right, okay? So I'm always entering one leg in. Kind of my elbow and my knee is connected. And that's kind of what I want, okay? So as I push in, that leg enters, collapsing down. As he goes to give me some reverb, put his feet on the ground, boom, I'm gonna step out, inside knee comes around, all the way to knee on belly. My opposite hand stays on the knee, hips under, posture up. Now, step out, knee back, and I'm back to the front. Now, switch legs and I push. Now I'm entering the other side. My left leg is the lead leg. Push in, he pushes back, I step him down. Step out, knee comes out and around, knee on belly the other side. Good posture, head under, up, back to the middle. Okay, so I enter lead leg in, elbow on my knee. As he pushes back, I step out, put the feet on the ground, around the knee on belly. Now something that I want to make sure we talk about. This bottom foot, I talk about the top of my toes as my monkey foot. I want to grab and engage my toes on his hip. Now my knee on belly position, I'm not on a knee. I'm not close. I'm not too far. I'm kind of balanced. I take my knee and kind of wedge it in so I can push in. And I keep my head and my hips under me. Back to the beginning. Enter one more the other way. Down, step out, beat the guard, knee on belly, post up, hips in, engage my toes. I'm gonna do a few reps full speed and just kind of let you see the way kind of I drill it. So enter, almost entered, square, dummy sweep. Make sure I'm always doing it. I tend to do it too. I have a couple of good training partners that if I don't do things correctly, we'll do things and it's funny. I do it too. So make sure you train correctly. Enter, lead leg in, elbow, make knee contact. I'm gonna push his hips in, he pushes back, I step back and around. Good knee on belly. In, back, I step out and around. Cool. Now we're going to look at one of the first variations that starts turning into more of a technique drill, but it's still the movement-based stuff. And I like to do it to kind of keep the drill right. I go over once, come over twice, and then back out. So to kind of make the drill the next step, it would look like this. Then I hit the other side. Boom. Knee on belly, hands down. So double arm, both hands under the armpits. And I'm really using this to help because he wants to have his elbows down, right? So I'm using this to hold him up. My knee comes in and pinches. I got good tension and I would drive my knees to mount. And take a good mount. Okay, so the next one we're looking at, and I think this might be one of the most important ones. I'm going to get choked a lot anytime I'm passing a guard. People are going to grab my head and people are going to squeeze hard. And if I'm on the same side as my head's on, or even caught in the middle, half guard, or even caught in their guard and they have my head, man, it's pretty tough. So the more I get my butt to the opposite side of my head, the more of a chance I have to kind of withstand that guillotine, and especially when I'm on top, you know, so I can pressure. So we want to make sure we're training ourselves that whatever side our head is on, our feet and our butt get to the other side no matter what. So that's our first drill. So it happens from double leg pass, a couple things, but again, these are just movement based, so I don't want a lot of details to it. So we're going to start from side control, and as if I've passed his guard, kind of leg bundle pass. I'm controlling his legs as I pass, right? So my opponent's going to do the right thing, and he's going to move my head from one side, and as he starts to move my head, I post my head to the ground, and butt comes in the air. One leg steps over, the other leg steps over, and I pass to side control on the other side. Does the same thing. He moves my head. I post my head. I can even bring my hand out for the drill till we're learning, right? I want all the weight on my head and my shoulder. I get my butt up as high as I can, as close to a headstand as I can get, but maybe I can't do that yet. One leg steps over, two leg steps over. The next iteration I'm going to show is instead of just stepping over, we hop over, and then we'll show the final iteration. The details are already there, so I'm just going to kind of go through them to where I'm going to be headstanding and controlling my legs as I pass the guard. Because in live battle, this guy's trying to use his legs to catch me as I'm passing over and all the above. So I want to be able to navigate across his legs properly. So all three will look kind of like this together. Head on one side, he goes to move my head. He moves my head. This time I feel a little more comfortable, so I hop over. Lastly, he moves my head. Butt up. Headstand. And I'm going to work passing over and controlling my body through the whole movement. Okay, so we'll look at it the last time kind of from this angle, and you'll see all three iterations. Listen, you can build up to all three. All three are kind of the same thing though. I make sure I put pressure on my head, get my hips as high as I can to where I feel like I'm light and I'm almost tipping over, and then I'm stepping over, hopping over, or headstanding over with control. So same deal. we don't have good control when we step over, our core kind of engaged, we roll off, so it's pretty smooth. The next one. One more.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so that was our 3 guard pass movement drills, and those you can grab a partner to do those before or after class, and they're going to help you understand all your guard passing and kind of get your body mobility right, movement correct, and kind of just the idea of what's going on to pass a guard. If you like that drill, comment, maybe like and share below, and try it on the mats. We'll see you in the next video.